NCOERs make or break careers. I've seen outstanding soldiers get overlooked simply because their evaluations were weak. Let's fix that. Today, we'll use AR 623-3 and DAPM 623-3 to show you how to write bullets that highlight leadership and results. Check this out. An NCOER is not just paperwork. It's a career-defining document. We use the NCOER as a tool for documenting performance and potential, not just a checklist. So let's get right through it. Let's look at a couple of weak NCOER bullets. So here's an example of one. Did PT with squad. That doesn't tell me what the individual did and what was the impact to the unit, the soldiers, or the overall organization. Here's how you can fix that. Led squad through 90% ACFT or AFT as we transition to it, pass rate, surpassing battalion average by 25%. So action and results. Here's another good one. And I've personally seen this many times. Look good in uniform. That doesn't tell me much, and I'm gonna spitball it here, but you can say soldiers strive to maintain highest physical fitness and military appearance in accordance with, and then you can fill in the blank and do something like that, right? Like, what was the result of that? Did it make his organization better, his squad, his team? You know, emphasize that the soldier is this, did this, or consistently does this, therefore that, right? Understand, what does that really mean? Look good in uniform, and I've seen this on NCOERs as a member of the board going, what was this? This didn't tell me much. So if you want to get sharper, build an NCOER bullets, look at DAPM 623-3, table 3-2, as it will show you how to structure bullets in action, impact, and results format. That is the appropriate standard that you should use when writing NCOERs. Clearly, when you initially start writing the NCOER, don't limit yourself to those items. Write in a Word document or an open document, write freehand, you know, what are the things that you're trying to highlight? Or take a look at notes from counseling statements and figure out the items that you need to put together and structure it into a sentence. From there, then you can shape it into action, impact, and results format. Don't waste so much time initially on getting it just right. Just get what the thing is, and then you can structure it in a way that you need it. Question from Reddit states, how do I avoid just listing duties? Focus on quantifiable outcomes. What happened based on the action of that evaluated soldier? Another question that I came across is, what if my rater doesn't like me? Well, that's simple. The appeal process is covered in 623-3, chapter 4. Also, another thing to consider is that the senior rater is limited on the most qualified rating profile based on the number of NCOs they rate within a period of time within the same pay grade. Not everybody can be the most qualified. Now, according to HRC, here are some of the most common mistakes. Copy paste last year's bullets, using jargon without explanation, explaining the impact. Here's a perfect example. Every branch has their unique exercise or unique activity that's hyper specific to their community. Describe to a board or the reader that's not in your community, who you will never see, why that's important. Another common mistake is the overuse of responsible for. Listen, I've been writing NCOERs for a long time. I guarantee you that if I look through evaluations that I've received and evaluations that I've written, I will come across several that will have the line responsible for. And it's something that we need to take a look at. It doesn't say eliminate, but it's absolutely overused. And the final tip is that keep a running log of achievements throughout the year. It's easier to catalog things as they happen, whether it's scribbling down on a piece of paper or have a copy of NCOER support form on your person, on your body. That way, when your rater is available during a field training exercise or other activities, you can always pull them aside for 5 minutes, him or her, and say, hey, these are the things that I've done today, and have that frank discussion. In a digital age, you can probably find a smart way to do that on your phone, on a tablet, on a computer. Find the application. As a matter of fact, if you have a system that works, comment down below what that system is. I would love to hear from you. A better way to keep a running log of the activities that we do, especially since we have limited time face-to-face together as members of the National Guard and Reserve. Put it down there, because if it's helping you, it'll probably help tens of thousands of NCOs trying to figure out how to crack that nut. A couple of more things. Ask peers for review before submitting to your rater. As a rater, when you write that NCOER, also send it to a peer to evaluate it before you send it to your senior rater, to reduce the amount of time that the NCOERs get kicked up and then kicked back down. And finally, leaders, mentor your NCOs on writing their own bullets. The rater is responsible for evaluating the soldier, but is the evaluated NCO that's responsible for the right side of the NCOER support form, the achievements. The individual rated must ensure that that's completed, whether it's through direct feedback from their evaluator or them cataloging the things they have done so they can highlight those things for the rater. If you want to stand out, follow DAPM 623-3 and write bullets that capture results, not just duties. What is the hardest part NCOER or writing your NCOER? Drop it in the comments below and I'll break it down on the next video if I see some good ones. Thank you for watching.